dreary, dreary day here in Austin, Texas. I am so ready for spring and summer. I feel like no matter where I live, January is just the month I like the least. The weather just always kind of sucks. It's colder, it rains more, it's more cloudy. I'm very ready for spring and summer, but nonetheless, we have to go on our afternoon walk or else Louis is honestly insufferable at night if he doesn't get his walk in. He is so needy, aren't you, Bubby? So we walk. There you go. So one thing about me channel, I do not enjoy cooking. I have tried over the years to get into it and it just has never hit the spot for me. I don't enjoy it. I think it's a lot of work for not a whole lot of gratification. Personally, I know everyone loves to cook and it's like their thing. It's just never been mine. I used to feel worse about it when I was younger, but now I'm just like, I don't really care. I've lived alone for so long and like I've never really been concerned about making meals for other people. So I just eat whatever I like to eat. And honestly, I eat really basic foods during the week. I eat a meat and potatoes or a vegetable and rice. I eat a lot of fish. Like I eat very, very simple foods and I honestly like them. It doesn't take me a lot of work. It doesn't take me a lot of thinking. I don't have to buy a ton of ingredients, so it doesn't cost me a ton. Like I just eat really, really simple foods during the week. I just try to eat really good foods, but nothing fancy. You'll never see me in here in the kitchen whipping up some like Instagram meal. I love to watch reels of people cooking and like TikToks of recipes and stuff like that. But the reality is I am probably never gonna make any of them. Sometimes I feel like this might change when I like get in a relationship and have someone to like try my food and like that I'm excited about trying my food. But honestly, I feel bad for the guy that gets that role because he's gonna have to go through a lot of bad meals while I learn what the hell I'm doing. Because quite honestly, in the grand scheme of things, one could say I'm a little far behind on the learning curve. So tonight we are just eating sweet potatoes and I have there's these salmon patties. Actually, hold on. Cranberry gorgonzola Atlantic salmon burger. They're fantastic. I put them in my air fryer and I absolutely love them. 2 comes to a pack for $7. I'm like, shoot. So I'm just gonna pop this and my sweet potatoes in the air fryer and call it a night. editing this week's chit chat for y'all, talking about boundaries. It will be out before this video is out, so I will put the link in the description and go have a peek. Okay, my video is exporting. I have to wait for it to export and then I get to upload to YouTube, and I have some more work to do there when it uploads. But while we're waiting, you know what time of the night it is. It's reading time. Let's talk books for a minute, okay? So I know I have some book people on the channel, and I want to talk about my current reads. So last vlog, I told y'all that I was reading Onyx Storm, and I have finished it. It was a slow read. I wasn't expecting it to be a slow read. I can consume a book in 2.5 seconds if I absolutely love it, and I struggled with this. I'm not gonna lie, I struggled kind of hard with this book. I was so excited for it, and initially when I first started reading it, I was like, this is great, I'm gonna love it, this is so fun. I honestly haven't read a fantasy book in a minute. But y'all, this book, the first half of this book was honestly terrible. I did not enjoy it. It took me days to get through because I was so not excited to pick it up and read it. There was just way too much information dumping in the beginning of this book. There were so many new characters. There was so many different plot lines, so much history, so much world building. It's book 3 of the series, and I felt like this is more world building than has happened in the whole series thus far. And I was just, it was a bit much for me. But I must say that it picked up a lot in the second half. I genuinely enjoyed the second half of the book. It was classic Yaros action fantasy, and I loved it. Once I got to page like 300, I was zooming. I don't love a book that I have to read 300 pages to start to really fall in love with it, but you know, it is what it is. I obviously was going to finish it. Overall, I didn't hate it. I certainly didn't love it. I gave it a 4 on Goodreads because I felt like anything less was disrespectful, but definitely nowhere near a 5-star read. I am not as excited for book 4. I do hope that she kind of takes a lot of the criticism that has been given online and chills out a little bit on book 4 and kind of keeps it to primary plot and primary characters and really just builds the story that's the main story. Obviously, we love having side characters, we love having side plots, but everything needs to tie together, and I just felt like there was so much that happened in this book that was completely unnecessary, honestly. So I did finish it, didn't love it. Don't come for me in the comments, but I do think that my opinion is a pretty widely felt opinion. So I don't know. I want to hear what y'all think about Onyx Storm now that I finished it. Like, what's the general consensus? What are we thinking? Let me know in the comments. Currently, though, I did start a new book. So I am a massive Penelope Douglas fan. I will have read everything that she's written within the coming weeks, and I've pretty much read everything but the Devil's Night series, and I'm on her last standalone. Well, what I thought was a standalone. Technically it's a standalone, but I'm currently reading Five Brothers. Right before Onyx Storm, I finished Trick 6 Venom, which, not my favorite, it's probably my least favorite Penelope Douglas book that I've read, but I still really, really enjoyed it. I didn't realize that Five Brothers was the continuation of characters from Trick 6 Venom. Didn't know that. So this is the sister story, Olivia Traeger. This is the Five Brothers, Olivia's 5 brothers. This is their story. and I am so excited. I'm about 100 pages in, and I'm zooming through this book. I absolutely love it. I mean, Penelope Douglas is just a contemporary romance queen. She writes amazing spice. She writes amazing storylines. I think my only criticism of Penelope is that all of her characters are super young. I would really enjoy, I mean, obviously she has the occasional older love interest, but pretty much all of her main characters are fairly young, and I would love for her to write some more like 20s and 30s main characters, but nonetheless, I love everything that she's written. I have been on an absolute Penelope Douglas rampage. I have read, like I said, pretty much everything that she's written. After I finish these, or after I finish this, I am going to read the Devil's Night series, and then I will have officially read everything that she's written so far. So I'm excited. So far, I'm loving this. So let's go read.